Hello, my internet peeps. Another departure from my sumo tutorials. I was asked by somebody that's into Photoshop or Photoshop Elements how to create some of the art that I create simply, and it's actually very easy. The Elements just makes it easy. So all you have to do is download a couple of brushes, and most of it's built into Elements. And we're going to try and create something like this right here, which I called Autumn's Breath. And really the only things that weren't part of Photoshop here were the clouds that I did those with a brush called Clouds Madly, and the birds came from another brush called Creepy Dolly. So let us now begin. Hopefully this won't take an hour long. Okay, let's get in here. Start all over, and File, New, Blank File. And I happen to already have the size up because the last one I did is a width of 1080 pixels by height of 1682. And create a new layer. Actually, before we drag this layer into this thing right here, which will create another white layer, and we want to take our cookie cutter tool, which is this right here. And you'll notice if you open it up, you have all these wonderful shapes that you can make, but we want this tree here. And yours might not show all these, but if you kind of come over here, go to large thumbnail, and then choose show all, you'll get to see all of these, but I know it doesn't come stock that way. So anyway, we've got our tree here. Let's go ahead and start at the upper right corner, and we'll come down like that, and choose yes. Now you can't see it because it's white on white, but what we're going to do is come to our effects and go to patterns. And there's this nice little oak pattern right here, which we're going to turn that layer into. So now you've got kind of a wood look on there. Now we want to create a new layer. And on that layer, we actually want to create this oak look again. And just double click there. And you can see even though there's nothing on there, we've got that. So we want to go to our gradient tool. And we want to choose the black to clear, which means you're going to have black showing on your top color thing here. So black to clear. And we want to take our mouse, hit the shift key so we go straight down, and just pull it pretty far. And we did it the wrong way, so edit, undo gradient. We want to go up. So go pretty far, and there's that. So now we kind of have, I don't know, I was sort of perceiving it as rain, but I don't know really what it is. But we're going to go ahead and lighten that up a little bit. Just so it's sort of an overlay, even though we don't really know exactly what it is. We want to go ahead and simplify this layer. And we're going to go ahead and simplify the layer with the tree on it. Now, I'm going to take our tree and we're going to add a bevel. Or actually, first let's darken this white layer. So enhance, just color, hue and saturation. Just pull down your lightness till it's pretty dark like that. Even darker. Push OK. Now on this, we want to go to bevels and choose this fourth bevel, simple inner, and go like that. And we can double click on that FX effects. Go ahead and change the angle a little bit, and how much. So now really giving it the shape of a tree. Push OK. Now come down to our gray layer, add a new layer, and then brush tool, and load brushes. And I'm going to go ahead and use this Clouds Madly brush. And really, I don't know what I chose on the other one, but we'll choose something fairly simple here. Oops, wrong color. Edit, undo. Switch this to white. And just kind of play with these until you get something that you like. And that's my iPad beeping, probably some message on Facebook. And let's go back a couple of steps. I think we'll leave it like that. And let's select our tree layer, simplify layer, enhance, adjust lighting to levels. Let's give it a little bit more oomph. Kind of darken it a bit, lighten up the lights, and pull this just so you get it's a little bit more dramatic that way. And push OK. And now for the stock Photoshop brushes, I just go up here to default brushes. See this little leaf here? It's a little magical leaf. And of course we have to select our tree and create a new layer above it. And I'm going to go back to patterns, and I'm going to choose the wood pattern again. And we're going to create a few leaves, just keep it about that big. And you can see it sort of scatters as you do this. And I didn't add that layer, so let's go ahead and undo. I didn't add that effect, which I thought I had, so double click that, so that effect's there. And let's go back to doing that. Just little dabs, you don't need to do a whole lot. It's okay that some are flying off the tree because this is autumn, so leaves are starting to blow everywhere. And let's simplify that layer. And we want to enhance the color, adjust color, hue and saturation. Let's go ahead and colorize, and we'll give it kind of a green tone, darken it some so you get kind of that autumny looking green. How's that? And then we want to create another layer above that. Again, do the wood pattern, and we're going to do some more. Just so we get kind of a two-tone leaf effect. Okay, simplify that layer. Enhance, adjust color, hue and saturation. Colorize. Now let's give this sort of more of an orangey color. Darken that. Okay, now let's go ahead and merge those two layers down. So all your leaves are on one layer. Enhance lighting levels. Let's give them a little bit more pop if we can. Just a little bit more autumn color. I don't know how close it's going to be to the original one that I did, but let's hope that it looks okay. Looks pretty good. Okay, and now let's go ahead and do a new layer above that, and then we're going to choose this nice grass thing. Again, the wood pattern. And let's just go ahead and do some little ones. Actually, I'm going to raise this by doing the big bracket. I'm going to make it a little bigger. Again, these kind of scatter all on their own, so you got to be a little bit careful. Okay. Another layer. Again, the wood pattern. Shrink it. And simplify that layer. Enhance, adjust color, hue and saturation, colorize. Let's give it a green, dark green. Okay, let's duplicate that layer. And let's pull that a little bigger and mix it up a little bit so that it doesn't look quite so perfect. We're actually imperfect. Actually, let's go ahead and turn the whole thing around. And then on the layer below it, did we already simplify it? We did. So enhance, adjust color, hue and saturation, colorize. I'm doing the wrong layer. No, this one we didn't simplify it. So simplify layer, enhance, adjust color, hue and saturation. And let's make this maybe a little bit more green. Or yellow, whatever color that is. Darken it. And I'd say that looks pretty good. We can duplicate that layer too. Let's go ahead and raise it up some. Okay. Let's bring the layer below it above it. Enhance, adjust color, hue and saturation. And like I say, I really don't know how good this looks, but you know, every piece is unique unto itself. So let's say we like that enough. Okay, so let's see, what did I do next? I had a layer of birds in there, so let's go above the clouds, and File, or actually choose the brush, go to Select New Brush or Load Brushes, and I have creepydolly.com spooky brushes. And I just chose this bird pattern here, and wherever you think they should go. Oops, of course I'm going to do black. So let's say we like that, okay. And I think I put a bevel on that, just a light bevel, which you have to adjust the effects and shrink that a little bit, so that looks okay. Alrighty, that looks pretty good. It sort of looks like rain. I'm not sure what it looks like. I think I did darken up this gray a little bit more, enhance, adjust color, hue and saturation. And now here's where the real pop happens. If you happen to have elements 9 or above, oops, sorry, switching desktops here, go to Guided, and you can do this on your own. It's really just a matter of using levels and adding a silhouette to it, but we have this nice built-in Lomo camera effect thing. So cross-process image, the colors kind of brighten up and get kind of autumny, and then apply a vignette. And there you have it. So you got kind of that easy autumn look, artistic, whatever it is. So, and I'll leave a link to the first image that I did. Let's actually see how close this is to the original. Yeah, it's okay, pretty close. Kind of like the original, more is a little bit more golden, where this has a little bit more orange in it, but we could tweak that in the end. So anyway, that is how you make something artistic really easily with Photoshop Elements. And I'll go ahead and include the links to these brushes that I used for it too. So anyway, have fun and make art. Bye.